So he's going to explain and prove to you that you, whoever you are, in whatever matzav you are in, hopefully you're a big tzaddik, but even if not, you can use the power of emunah and bitachon to do miracles. You can do open miracles. We have to go back, he says. Where does the concept of bitachon come from? We've been saying for the last whole shiur that we have to have security in Hashem. Have security in God, and He will help you. Where in the Torah do you see the concept that you can have security in Hashem? Fair question. So here's what he says. The Torah tells us that there's a story. After Yetzias Mitzrayim, Hashem introduced Himself to the world. Until then, from Bereshis, Noach, Lech Lecha, Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, He never went ahead and introduced Himself as the creator of the master of the world. All of a sudden, He said 3 words. He went, testing, 1, 2, right? The New York State Lotto. He said, Anochi Hashem Elikecha, Asher Tzisicha Mi'eretz Mitzrayim. And the Rambam says that this is considered the first mitzvah. What's the mitzvah? Hard to understand. A mitzvah of Anochi Hashem Elikecha. But bitachon, it doesn't say anywhere in bitachon. What does Anochi Hashem Elikecha mean? I am Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, which comes from the word Mehava. Mehava means to create. I created the world. So now we know we have a emunah to believe that Hashem created the world. We have a mitzvah to believe that Hashem created the world. That's why the Rambam counts it as the first mitzvah. To believe that Hashem created the world. Fine. Anochi Hashem Elikecha. But where's the makar that I should be able to have bitachon sheyazar loy, that He'll help you? Right? Emunah is Hashem has the power. Bitachon, He's going to use the power. Where do you see that a Yid can rely on Hashem, that he's going to use His power to save you? Beautiful. He says, you know why? Because Anochi Hashem Elikecha is not one message, it's 2 separate messages. Anochi Hashem, I created the world. That is emunah on Hashem, that He's boirei umanig l'chol habruim, v'hu levadei osav v'oisav v'yasel l'chol ha'maisim. The words Anochi Hashem pertain to us, and to the goyim, and to the cows, and to the trees, and to the fish, and to the sky, and to the grass. Everything. I created everything. Anochi Hashem. I'm the one. I did it. But there's another word. Elokecha. That's already a direct concept that He's talking to who? Only to the people around the mountain that He was talking to. When it says, Anochi Elokecha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Elokehem Shel Yisrael, Hashem was saying, I am your God. I am Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, the creator for everybody. But I am Elokecha, your God, of the Jewish people. Uvachar bohem, and He chose them, us, liyos am hanivchar. And v'nichlal b'zeh goydel ahavas HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'amo Yisrael, ki chelek Hashem amoi, and like it says, Ahavti eschem amar Hashem. Hashem loves us. Hashem chose us. Ata v'chartonu mikol ha'amim. Ahavta oisanu. V'ratzisa banu. V'raimamtanu mikol ha'shaynais. And that's why when He introduced Himself to the whole world, He said, Anochi Hashem, and right away the third word, Elokecha, your God. Let me give you an example. Imagine, Rahman al-Islam is a kid that needs surgery. He comes out of surgery, he doesn't remember anything. There's a man standing next to him, and he says, I am the doctor, your father. He's telling him 2 things. I am the doctor, I'm the one who did surgery, but I am your father. I happens to be. I want to let you know I am your father. Anochi Hashem Elikecha is 2 concepts. Anochi Hashem, 1 concept, I created the world. That's emunah. We believe that Hashem created the world. And then there's Anochi Elikecha. Everybody thinks it's Anochi Hashem Elikecha. Emunah. No. Anochi Hashem and Anochi Elikecha. Kishem, says the Nesivas Shalom. Kishem sheyehudi mechuyev lahamin ba'anochi Hashem. The same way that you mechuyev to believe in the words Anochi Hashem, that Hashem created the world. Kach mechuyev lahamin ba'anochi Elikecha. So too you have to believe that you are a chelik Eloka mimal, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves you. Even when there is no reason to love you. This is who you are. A father loves a child before there's a reason to love him. This little kid wakes him up in the middle of the night, screaming, crying. The father loves him. What did the kid do for you? Nothing. Crying, screaming. He has a dirty diaper. You love him anyway. No matter what he does, undeserved love. You would die for the kid. What did he do for you? Nothing, just crying, teething. Because that's in the Bria. A father loves their child even when there's no reason to love him. And sometimes it's an older child and the kid's not giving the father respect and the kid's not behaving properly. And you can reach Chas v'Shalom Rachmana Litzlan she'ein siba leho v'isai, but he still loves him because it's a chelik of the Bria. And we need to understand that Hashem chose to let us know this. He's letting us know that I created the whole world, but I have a separate relationship with you, Shefala. I have a separate relationship with you. You're my child. I chose you. I want you. I loved you. I love you. And you cannot break it. Your power is not stronger than my power, says Hashem. Now we can understand Yeshlavar Kushis HaRishonim. The Rishonim say, a fantastic question. I am God, your God. I took you out of Mitzrayim. So they ask, I don't understand. Hashem is speaking to us for the first time. He should have said, I am Hashem, your God, that's okay, who created the world. Asher barasi asylum. Why would you say, Asher tzisichem eretz Mitzrayim? Say, Anochi Hashem Elikecha, Asher asisi es hashemayim es haaretz uchadayme. Similar to that. Why would you talk about an event that happened a few days ago and forget about the whole creation of the world? You're introducing yourself to the whole world. So he says, no. He says, on Anochi Hashem, on Yud Kei Vav Kei, it would have said, Anochi Hashem, Asher asisi es hashemayim es haaretz. V'anochi elikecha, Asher tzisichem eretz Mitzrayim. It's really split. But on the first part, we didn't need an example. So Hashem just said, Anochi Hashem, I created the world, which means I created Shemayim Ba'aretz. Eloikecha, which is the second message, and I want to tell you, on Anochi Eloikecha, I am your God, Asher Ha'itzeisicha Me'eretz Mitzrayim. Asher Ha'itzeisicha Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Rak B'glal She'anochi Eloikecha, V'loi Mitzad Ma'asechem HaToivim, Shari Ha'yisa Meshukayim B'mem Teshari Tuma. The proof that Hashem loves us unconditionally, and that we don't need to do anything to deserve Hashem's love, which means that He'll use His power to save us, because that's what you do when you love somebody like crazy. The proof is that I took you out of Mitzrayim. Because in Mitzrayim, we were Mem Tashari Tumah. We were in the lowest people. All we had was Leishinu Shemam, Abusham L'Shainam. We gave up Bris Milah. We were out partying with the Egyptians. We were messed up. We were on the lowest of the low. And we were Ovdei Avodah Zarah. There is no greater way to spit in Hashem's face. No matter what Avera you do, any Baal Taiva Avera doesn't spit in Hashem's face. But going to serve an idol and saying, you created the world. You run the world. There's no greater spitting in Hashem's face than that. Says Hashem, I want to show you my commitment to you. I want to show you my love to you. Anochi Elokecha asher tzisicha me'eretz Mitzrayim. I am that Elokecha. You are my children. I know where you've been. I know what you did. And I'm pledging my commitment to you. Because you need to know for the rest of eternity that there is nothing you can do that will make me stop loving you. And if I love you and my love is there 100%, then why shouldn't I use my power to help you? If your actions can lower my love, so of course I'm not going to take care of you. But if your actions cannot lower my love, and Hashem is pledging this to us, Hashem is saying, I don't have high expectations from you. I didn't say Anochi Elokecha to the greatest of the seminary graduates of BJJ and Brisk. I said it to Ovdei Avodah Zarah. And therefore you should know you can never blow it. And therefore, you could always rely on me. And therefore, I will always save you. Just like we saw in the first shlichus, when Hashem went ahead and he told Moshe Rabbeinu, go tell Paroi, do you know who you're messing with? B'ni b'chayri Yisrael. We were on the Mem Tesh Shari Tumah. Why didn't Hashem tell Moshe Rabbeinu, go to Klal Yisrael, tell them to do tshuva, and then we'll save them? Before we did tshuva, we were not just low in spiritual levels, we were low in the world. We were nobodies. Nesunim beveis avodim. We were slaves. We were in the ultimate shiftless berachni yisuva gashmias. And Hashem comes and he calls us what? Oy, my agmas nefesh. My children who are messed up. No. He says, B'ni b'chayri Yisrael. A lashon of ava. A lashon of chiba. I love you. I'm crazy about you. Go to Parai and tell him, do you know who you're messing with? You're messing with my firstborn. You're messing with my beloved children. L'hoidia, to teach us. Shaloi mipnei maseyim atoivim heim bonai. He wanted us to know forever, for now. Not because of our good deeds are we his children. Elohim be'etzem b'ni b'chayri. That's essentially our essence of who we are. Umemela ein nafkamina mamatzovim. And therefore it doesn't matter what your matzav is. Hashem could have rescued us when we were on the Chaf Shari Tumah. But what would have happened? What would have happened if for the rest of eternity we would say, yeah, when I got a 60 on my test, my parents still loved me. But what if I get a 40? I have no proof. Nesivas Shalom says this point in Pesach, where he explains it. Why did Hashem have to wait till Mamish Mem Teshari Tumah? Wake up earlier. B'chipazayin had to be rushed. Wake up earlier. Teretz says Hashem wanted to wait to say these words until we were on the lowest of the low. Because if he would have said it when we were on Chaf Shari Tumah, B'ni B'chayr Yisrael, then we would think forever, for eternity, for now, that, okay, when we were on the Chaf Shari Tumah, Hashem still somehow loved us, but not the Lamed Shari Tumah, not the Mem Shari Tumah, not when we're going clubbing Friday night and we're doing drugs and smoking weed on Shabbos. Can't be. That's what we would have thought mistakenly, says the Nesivas Shalom. That's why thousands of years ago in Mitzrayim, Hashem, in his mercy, waited to redeem us till we fell to the lowest level, so he could say, go to Parai and say, do you know who you're messing with? Tell Parai you're messing with my B'ni B'chayri Yisrael. So that way we will know, get it into our bones, get it into our kishkis, that our actions have nothing to do with the love that Hashem has for us. L'hoidia, to let us know. Not because of our good deeds are we Hashem's children. Elohim be'etzem b'ni b'chayri. We are essentially the b'ni b'chayri, the beloved child of Hashem. It doesn't matter what you do. And this is like Reb Meir that paskined, ben kach u ben kach, nikru banim. And the Sabek Hadisha of Slanim said it's a mitzvah to repeat this. That we halacha k'Reb Meir, we paskin like Reb Meir, ben kach u ben kach, nikru banim. It's a mitzvah to say it. We should go around. Good morning. Remember, halacha k'Reb Meir, halacha k'Reb Meir. Mitzvah, it's a big mitzvah to ingrain this into us and to everyone around us. Halacha k'Reb Meir, ben kach u ben kach. Nikru banim. We need this message so much today because so many people are struggling and then instead of holding on, they let go because they're convinced that Hashem doesn't care about them anymore. How many kids struggle, teenagers, young adults struggle and they say, after what I did, Hashem doesn't care about me anymore. It's false. We have to go around telling people, be mechazik them. Halacha k'Reb Meir. Halacha k'Reb Meir. Halacha k'Reb Meir. Ben kach u ben kach nikru banim. Ben kach u ben kach nikru banim. You should know you're always going to be a son of Hashem, no matter what you do. Av ki bekama makoyim is nechel k'Reb Meir Reb Yehuda halacha k'Reb Yehuda. B'machloik zu halacha k'Reb Meir. She ben kach u ben kach nikru banim afilu im chaytim, even when we sin. And that's why it says over here, Anochi Hashem alikecha asher tzeicha me'eretz Mitzrayim, to teach us that when he chose us, it was choosing us when we were in the matzav of Mem Teshari Tumah. Uvezet teidu, and then you'll know, ki anochi alikecha tamid b'chol matzav she'atem nimtzoyim. Always in every situation that you find yourself in. If Hashem would have chosen us on a high level, we would think after we sink, we're not chosen anymore. But now that he chose us on the lowest level, I thought he said it by Pesach. He says it over here also. He specifically waited. So now what do you learn? That anybody or anything or any thought that tells you that you're unworthy of Hashem's ultimate love that he would give to the biggest tzaddik, even in previous generations, is just atzas yetzar hara. It's false. Since choosing of us was on the lowest, and he said, I have the ultimate love for you, and it's unbreakable love, that means that he loves you the same as the Chavetz Chaim, the same as tzaddikim from Friya Gedairis, the same as the Baal Shem Tov, the same as Reb Shimon Bar Yochai. Because he chose us on the bottom, and he said, I'm giving you the top love, to show that it can't be broken. If we would understand this, that our actions do not lessen at all the love that Hashem pledged to us, and that he has our best interest, and that he wants to be there for us, and he wants to help us, then we would never make the mistake to think that I have less of a chance to approach Hashem and to rely on Hashem than somebody better than me. That whole thing goes out the window. Even though it was B'yad HaKadosh Baruch Hu to be matayar them from Mem Teshari Tumah, B'tivsa Igzu Amasam, Oid Kodim Yitzias Mitzrayim, Chafetz HaKadosh Baruch Hu Laharis Li Yisrael L'Doiros, Shahoitzi Oisam Kshahoyi B'tach L'Shvar Matzav, in order to teach them, Shagam Matzav Kazel Lo Kosa Avos Yisparach Lehem. Now he brings out a different point. Why didn't Hashem be matahar them and then take them out? In other words, okay, Mem Teshari Tumah, B'ni B'chayri Yisrael, I'm calling you, I love you. Now, before I do all the miracles, I'm going to be matahar you, miraculously. I'm going to open up mikvahs. I'm going to make it, I don't know, somehow from a ruach of tahara. And then we would have become tahar. And then he would have taken us out of Mitzrayim. But then, again, we would think, you know why we got salvation? You know why God did miracles? Because Lamaisa, we were tahar, even though he was mataras. But the bottom line is, Hashem cares about tahar people, not tamei people. Not oivdei avodah zarah. We did tshuva, we were saved. We don't do tshuva, we're not saved. So let's say the words again, they're so beautiful. Even though HaKadosh Baruch Hu could have been matar us from the Mem Teshari Tumah and take away our zu'ama, our tumah, even before Yitzias Mitzrayim, he didn't. He wanted to redeem us while we were in a state of extreme spiritual impurity. He wanted to redeem us. Chafetz HaKadosh Baruch Hu laharos li Yisrael l'doros, to show Klal Yisrael for future generations, for us to know. I want you to know I didn't take them out when they were good. They were on the bottom of the world. That's when I took them out. To teach us that even in such a matzav, if we are ever chas v'shalom in down in the dumps, spiritual dirt and impurity, sewage, you should know. It didn't stop. The love doesn't stop for us.